Hello, everybody, and welcome back to IntyCenter. We're going to do another whip around FODEUSS, and let's just get started with Bob Gibson doing Bob Gibson things. He goes 9 innings, he gives up 1 run on 5 hits, and he takes a no decisions, and that's because the Stevest of Carltons showed up and went 7 and 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run on 5 hits, and so we're tied at one, heading to extra innings. Make it extra innings because it takes us to the 14th inning until Johnny Mize hits a 2-out, 2-run homer. Mark Pryor walks the leadoff batter in the bottom of the inning, but he escapes. Sithy will win that one 3-1. And then in a possible playoff preview, Deacon Felipe and the Demon Bags shut down the Enhancers. Felipe had a 4-hit shutout. Old Hoss goes just 7 innings and gives up a bunch of runs. More importantly to him, he gives up the innings pitch lead to Bob Gibson, meaning we might get a pissed off Old House down the stretch. In their first 2 games against Atlanta, the Gales of November have managed a total of 1 run. I'm no expert, but that's not very good. In this one, they get shut down by Corey Kluber. Kluber goes 8 innings, allows just 5 hits. Dale Murphy hits his 11th homer of the season, and the Autumn take that one 9-0. Now, Dazzy Vance, he was even better than Kluber. He tosses a 3-hit shutout of the Barons. Kevin Mitchell gets his first RBI of the season as a Pilot. They win that one 5-0. In general, though, offense really tough to come by as we had 5 teams get shut out on this day, but we also had 2 games go to extra innings. First, it was the all-seeing Angels using an error and a double with 2 outs in the ninth to extend the game into extra innings, tying it at 6. Then, despite themselves, Bleach get a leadoff single, couldn't bunt the runner over, strike out, but they get a pair of singles, including a walk-off winner from Eddie Murray. They beat Albuquerque 7-6 in 14 innings. Then it was Reseda. They were down to their final out, and they were down 6-5 in the bottom of the ninth when Willie Stargell ties it up with an RBI double. In the 12th, though, the ass man, Paul Ostenmacher. I'm sorry, the all-star ass man, Paul Ostenmacher, gives up a sac fly to Cristobal Torriente. That scores A-Rod. Brand new ball players win it 7-6 in 12 innings. At least Tunes in real life has Mookie Betts and Lauren Betts out there in Los Angeles to make things a little bit happier. Hey, down 3-2 heading into the ninth. Amazing's got the leadoff runner on base with a single from the younger Minnie Minoso. A sac bunt moves him into scoring position with 1 out. But Ty Cobb and Wee Willie Keeler, they get retired on a total of 3 pitches. The Bandwagoners win it 3-2. Hey, one of the trends this week seems to be teams rallying to force extras only to take the heartbreaking loss. Well, it's Brittany Bitch, and oops, they did it again. This time it's Albuquerque at home in the bottom of the ninth, and it's Yadier Molina with a 1-out game-tying RBI single. They had the winning run on base in scoring position, but Lou Whitaker, not very sweet this time. He has to do a 4-6-3 double play. We're off to extras. 5 singles, a walk, and a pair of fielder's choices. That adds up to a 5-run inning for the Barons, and they're going to win this one 8-3 in extras. Performance enhancers led 6-5 heading into the bottom of the ninth against brand new ball players. But Mariano Rivera was more like Mariana. Oh no, Rivera. Oh no, Rivera. Sorry, I kind of ruined the joke there. Whatever. He gives up back-to-back homers to the only 2 pitchers he faces. 3 pitches in total to blow this one. A-Rod and George Stone, rumored to be the only George not playing for Tom. The brand new ball players stun the Enhancers with a walk-off win. They take it 7-6. Now look, this is going to be a really technical term, so if you don't follow baseball, you might not follow this one, but Bleach against Sithy was all kinds of batshit. We were scoreless heading into the 7th. The Burning Strangers of Bleach strike first in the top of the inning via a wild pitch. Sithy tie it up in the bottom of the inning. How? The normal way. 2 errors, a stolen base, and a single. Bleach is going to take the lead back as a 3-run homer from Eddie Murray as part of a 5-run eighth inning. So they're up 6-1. Sithy gets a 3-run homer of their own from Ben Zobrist. That's part of a 6-run seventh inning. They're up 7-6. Eric Gagne puts the tying run on base. They bring in David Price. He strikes out Buster Posey. And the Scythy of Ostenard are going to escape that batshit game with a 7-6 win. After they scored 2 in the ninth to take the series opener and nip the Pilots 2-1, the Gales of November scored 2 in the first inning and nipped the Pilots 2-1 in the second game of their series. Elmer Flick has a 2-run double in the first inning. Christy Mathewson, 8 innings of light out baseball. And then let's go ahead and end this week with a little drama in Canada and a fantastic pitching duel in New Mexico. A Mickey Mantle grand slam was answered by a 3-run homer from Harry Heilman and a solo shot from Lefty O'Doul. And with all that said, we're tied at 4 in the eighth inning. With one swing of the bat, Reggie Jackson unties it. A 3-run homer that goes way out of here. Makes it 7-4 to the bandwagoners. Rod Beck comes in. He gets a 6-out save and nails that win for the visitors. And hey, what's better than one team putting up 9 zeros on the scoreboard? How about both teams doing it? That's what happens when Andy Cooper goes 8 2/3 innings to shut out baseball for the Barons, and the all-seeing Angels get 8 shutout innings from Grover Pete Alexander. We'd need to go to the 11th inning to get the first run of this game. It finally comes on an E5, and in fact, in the inning, the Barons score 3 times in the 11th inning. They get just 1 hit as they bring in those 3 runs. Bit of self-destruction from all-seeing Angels. Albuquerque, though, gets a 1-out double followed by a walk. That means they're going to bring the tying run to the plate with 1 out. But neither Hank Greenberg nor Kirby Puckett can come through. Birmingham are going to hang on for that 3-0 win. Hey, this is probably the last IntyCenter for this season in this format. Thank you again for an awesome year. We'll catch you again next time. We'll do a live broadcast of our last 3 series, 1 series at a time, 3 games, 3 games, 3 games, as we head towards a thrilling conclusion and the playoffs. Much love. We'll catch you next time on IntyCenter.